Today, I'm going to show you a simple way to finally understand why your wife says she needs space and what actually draws her back in without chasing, begging, or games. This flips a light switch on for a lot of men I coach. And if you felt stuck, this will help you see the next move. So, quick story. Jake's wife said, "I need space." He tried talking, he tried gifts, he even tried silence. Nothing worked until he made one small shift we're uncovering today. So stick with me. Every part builds on the last. So if you're new here, I help high achieving husbands rebuild trust, connection at home without therapy speak, without begging, and without losing yourself. So if that's you, you're in the right place. And quick note before we dive in. If your situation feels urgent and you want a custom plan for the next 2 moves, there's a link down below to book a short clarity call. We'll map it out together, and then you come right back to this process. So, step 1, why she wants space, the surrender levels. So when your wife says, "I need space," she almost never is all in. Here's why. You have to think of decisions in 3 levels. Level 1, no decision, right? This is where the head says, "I don't know," and the heart says, "I don't feel it." How it looks, short answers, avoids plans, and keeps things tight. Now there's level 2, which is the half decision. This is where the head says, "This could work." The heart says, "I'm not ready yet." How this looks is easy smiles, natural touch, simple plans, and fewer tests. So when she says space, it usually means something is blocking her heart from matching her head, okay? It's often old pains, which are past letdowns, or current patterns, tone, broken promises, pressure. And here's the big truth. No safety equals no surrender. Now, safety means that she can relax around you. She can lean her feminine into your masculine. Shoulders are down, breathing is steady. She trusts your tone and your follow through. You can even genuinely just look at her eyes, and if she blinks a lot, that means she's in a high stress situation. If she's very slow with her blink and her blink count is low, that means she's steady and focused. So this is a quick self-check for tonight. You ask yourself, did I keep my word today? Did I stay calm when I stressed? Did I listen first and talk second? Did I push for answers when she wasn't ready to give? If you score low, her body won't risk leaning in closer. So it's not drama, it's a safety break. So these are kind of mini scenes that I want to paint for you to make this real. Level 1, you're late again, and you text, "On my way." She replies, "K," and there's no warmth. Now what's going to make this better is if you say, "I own it, I'll handle bedtime so you can rest." Short, calm, clear. Level 2 is you ask, "Want to take the kids to the lake?" She says, "Maybe." Not sure. You say, "Cool, no rush. I'll check again Friday. If not, I'll take them to the park so you can get some quiet time." Zero pressure. And then level 3, you have a work trip. She says, "I'll miss you. FaceTime at 7. And you say, 7 works. I'll send flight details and handle school drop off before I go." This is predictable leader energy. A simple picture is buying a house you only kind of like, right? You hesitate. You say, "Let me think." That's level 2 love. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You don't solve it by shoving harder. You solve it by adding safety and removing pressure. Now we're going to move on to step 2. These are the 3 hunting mistakes, okay, that men make. And the reason why I say hunting is because we tend to go into this hunter mindset when really we're supposed to be farming, right? It's not the immediate gratification. And there's a reason why hunters have a feast-famine cycle. It is growing for crop, right? Agriculture. Now, when men get scared, we tend to hunt. We push, we pull, or we try to logic her back in. There are 3 versions of this. The first version, right, which is the emotional push, is the active hunting. This comes from rapid texts, long talks, anger, or guilt. She feels trapped. Her body tenses. And what I want you to do is I want you to swap this line. I want you to actually say this. No rush. I'll give you space today. I'm here when you're ready. Passive hunting, which is more of the silent push, okay, this comes in no contact. This is a cold shoulder. This is a pulling away. So she chases. She feels tested, okay? She feels manipulated. What I want you to say, if you're noticing that you're doing this, is saying, hey, I'm giving us a lighter week. I'll check in Wednesday at 5. No pressure to reply. Stoic hunting, which is more of a logical push, which a lot of guys fall into, is they bring in the charts, the promises, the debates. She feels unseen, like a problem to be solved, okay? And what I want you to do instead is say, I hear you. Don't feel safe here yet. I'll show you steady this week. You'll see it, not hear it. Now, these are all different costumes, but it's basically the same move. Each one says, I care more about my outcome than your comfort. Her nervous system hears that and hits the brakes. And this is extremely important because when my wife was pregnant with our first son, it's not necessarily that she liked the doctors, but there was just something about the doctor that just rubbed her the wrong way. She didn't like the energy there. Then she talked to midwives, and the midwives put it just like how I'm putting it in this video. The midwife said, doctors look at any problems that you bring to them as a problem to solve. We look at it, the midwives are saying this, we look at it as you are a person to understand, okay? So I want you to think about that because when it comes to the different costumes, same problem, each one says, I care more about my outcome than your comfort. Her nervous system hears that and hits the brakes. I'm repeating that on purpose. See the difference between the doctor and the midwife? See the difference with all of these? You don't want that. So step 3 is why hunting never works. Love is not a striving outcome. It's a falling outcome. So the harder you push, the more she tenses. Like sleep, like a cat on the couch, the more you grab, the faster it slips away. The move here is from no or maybe to yes. She needs evidence for fewer uh-oh moments and real choice. Time hunting destroys those, okay? Steady leadership builds them. Now, step 4 is what to do instead is these next 5 moves, okay? Here's what works. Do these daily. Unhook. Stop scanning her face like a weather app, okay? Start scanning your tone, timing, and follow through. You become the beacon. You are the lighthouse. Be predictable in the best ways. Word means something. The masculine has a superpower. What you say. Your word is backed by your actions. It's not just all talk. You have to back it with your actions. So tone stays calm. Small admiration without an angle, okay? Protect her agency. Use SAFE or SAFE plan, okay? Schedule the space, agree on boundaries. Friendly touch points, exit ramps to regroup, okay? And then master the basics until you can't get them wrong. Calm tone, own mistakes fast, listen first, then talk. So this is where we have to come in and use the emotional layering protocol and why it is so powerful. The healing, shifting, and bonding. You got to stop the bleeding and you have to show new patterns. Then light fun returns on its own. Step 5 and why this works is these moves build all 4 things she needs to say yes again. More good evidence, fewer uh-ohs, and real choice from her. And with enough time, that's why when you stop hunting and you start leading or you start taking on the farmer mindset, she stops running. So you have to also think, before I go into step 6, you have to think of it like a push-pull, right? If you were pushing and always chasing her, well, what is my hand doing? It's fucking moving away. So if you pull, right, she'll come towards you. And this is where step 6 comes in. which is creative contact, no pressure. Keep contact light, kind, and optional. 2 golden lines is admiration, no reply needed, just saw you crushed the morning chaos. Proud of you. Invite, coffee at 10 on Saturday, totally fine if not. Short over long. Admiration over agenda. Offer over ask, which is inviting. Okay. Always give choice. If she doesn't reply, no wobble, you stay steady. So if your wife says she needs space, it's not over. It's a signal to build safety, protect her choice, and let time do its job while you lead. If you want help applying this to your exact situation, you can book a clarity call with us below. We'll map out your first 2 moves so that you can stop guessing and start leading. See you guys in the next video.